Hi, today I'm reviewing the Missha Time Revolution Night Repair. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money, so if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. So this is a product I've gotten several requests to review, and I recently reviewed their Essence version of their Time Revolution, and now I've got their Time Revolution Ampoule, which is kind of more of a serum-y texture. So anyway, lots of people have requested it, and I finally got my review ready, so I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. And I do want to say this is one of the harder products to review because there's certain categories that are just hard to find information on. Cruelty-free is one where, like, you can look at one website and it says they're cruelty-free, and the next one says they're not. So, and then the ingredient list is insane. It's so long. So, and then when I review things, I look at each ingredient individually. So it took quite a while. And so I've been using this for a few months now. So I've kind of got all of my thoughts together finally. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for it. So anyway, on to my first criteria, which is packaging. And they've done a nice job. It is a pretty bottle, actually. It's glass, so it's pretty heavy. But it's got a dropper bottle, which is pretty efficient way to protect the antioxidants from most exposure to light and air. But the dropper bottles are starting to just pile up, and they're just not the easiest to, store, and especially if you travel a lot, it's just not the easiest. And this weighs like 10 pounds. It's heavy. So, but overall, the packaging is very nice. So they've done a good job with that. My second criteria is alcohol, and this contains several good fatty alcohols, and it also contains, it contains ethyl hexanaldol, which is an alcohol that is often used as a fragrance, and it's mostly in cleansing products and hair care products. So typically it's supposed to be used in percentages of less than 5%, and the ethyl hexanaldol is an aliphatic alcohol. So it can be a little bit drying, but I don't think this is in a high percentage in the product since the ingredient list is so long, but they did include it, and that alcohol does have a little bit of a scent too. However, I don't think it's much of a concern since the ingredient list is so long. I'm thinking that the percentage of it is very low, but still, if you have very, very sensitive skin, you might want to avoid this because of that. So there's a few categories of people that probably should use caution or avoid this product. So very, very sensitive skin is one. I'm going to get to the other in a second. So my third criteria is fragrance. And it does have a slight fruity or floral type scent. It's not very noticeable, and it dissipates almost immediately. But again, if you have very, very sensitive skin, you're probably going to want to avoid it for that. It has a juniper in here. So juniper has some good beneficial benefits of it. However, it sometimes can cause some irritation. It just depends. And it does have a scent to it as well, so I'm assuming some of that fruity scent is from the juniper. And then again, the ethyl hexanaldol. Otherwise, it doesn't have any other like artificial fragrance other than the juniper in that version of the alcohol. So I'm assuming the scent comes from that. Also, chamomile and blueberry are ingredients as well that have a little bit of a scent, but they aren't bad for the skin. So. But overall, it does have a little bit of fragrance in it, which thankfully it dissipates rather quickly, and the scent to me wasn't overly obnoxious. So, but again, if you have very, very sensitive skin, you're probably going to want to avoid it because of that. So, my fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in Korea, so no issues with that. My fifth criteria is ease of use, and this is very easy to use. About one dropper full is more than enough to cover your entire face. So, and it does smooth over skin very easily. It does set a little bit tacky, but after a minute or two after it fully absorbs, that tackiness goes away. So it does a nice job covering your skin and giving your skin a boost of hydration. So a little bit goes a long way. I've been using this mostly in the evening. I try and keep my morning skincare routine pretty short and simple and to the point, but this works well in my evening routine. I use it after a toner and after an essence. I use it there, and then any other treatments or heavy moisturizers I tend to use after that. So very, very easy to use, so no issues with that at all. My sixth criteria is antioxidants, and so this has got a very, very long ingredient list. I don't know, it's right, it's like in 0.001 font almost. So it does have a lot of good beneficial ingredients in it. It's got niacinamide. It's got several different ferments in here. So if you're a believer of the sake or the yeast ferment, how that benefits skin and hydration, you'll like to know that this contains several different forms of it. So anyway, so it's got a lot of that. It's got a tacky mushroom extract, which is kind of becoming popular now. There's a lot of different products revolving around different types of mushroom extracts for skin. So that's a good thing. Sodium hyaluronate, blueberry extract, carrot extract, vitamin E, lecithin, cocoa extract, vitamin C, biotin, peptides. They're at the end of the list, but they are in there. So it's loaded with beneficial ingredients and ferments and peptides. So it's got a lot of good things going for it. Very, very long ingredient list. And I was looking over my packaging as compared to the ingredient list I saw online, and they were different. So I have a feeling they revamp this formula from time to time. It kind of seems like, and it's been around for a while. So a lot of companies will tend to change things based on newer research or just ingredient supply, things like that. So lots of good beneficial ingredients. My seventh criteria is animal testing, and this is where it gets a little murky. Overall, I was able to figure out that they don't test on animals. They're cruelty-free. However, from what I read, they sell in China. So based on that, anything that's sold in China for skincare, makeup by China law has to be tested on animals. So if you're a company that sells in China, basically your products really aren't cruelty-free any longer. So if you want to get in the Chinese market, you have to let your product be tested on animals. So they are not cruelty-free, but if you have any information or anything else, definitely send me a link or leave a comment. So a lot of that stuff's going to be changing soon in the next few years because China's kind of becoming more open to skincare products, and they're doing some pilot programs with Leaping Bunny to start allowing certain lines. I think there's 4 lines to be sold in China without having them test on animals. So very interesting. So I think some of that stuff will be changing in the near future. My 8th criteria is performance, and this does give your skin a nice boost of hydration. You can see on my hand it finally absorbed. It takes a couple minutes, but once it absorbs, your skin feels nice and soft and hydrated. Also gives your skin a nice boost of antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. The long ingredient list is a risky decision by a company to do that because those with very sensitive skin or any skin allergies or very acne-prone skin, there's just a higher likelihood that you can have an issue with one of the ingredients when there's a million ingredients. So if you have very sensitive skin allergies, acne-prone skin, be careful and definitely check out the ingredient list before you pick it up, just because there's just that much more potential for an issue to happen because there's so many different ingredients versus if you pick up a product that has 5 ingredients, you're probably less likely to have an issue. So, but for me, it performed nicely, gives my skin a nice boost of hydration. And then if you like the ferments and you're a big believer in that, like the SK2 essences, which sell for $100 or more, if you're a believer in that, then you might like this too because it does have several different ferments in it. So my 9th criteria is the price, and so I picked this up on YesStyle.com. Instead of going to the traditional K-beauty shops like Soko Glam or I think Target sells it. So I've noticed on Yes Style, and then Jolcy is another K-beauty website that sells skincare products from Korean companies. I've noticed that they often have things on sale. So I think I got this on sale for, I think, around $25. So, and I've had really good luck buying from those two sites. I found them recently, and they're all very legit and things, but they're based out of Korea, so I think they get a lot of the K-beauty brands at more affordable prices. But overall, this sells are between usually about $30 and $50. And then this is often compared to the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum, which sells for a similar amount, sells for between $100 and $150. So if you're kind of comparing the two, this is definitely the bargain of the two. So it's not ridiculously expensive, I didn't think. So, and then my 10th criteria is the it factor, and I really like the product. I think it's a nice way to expose your skin to a lot of beneficial ingredients. I wish they would have left out a few ingredients such as the ethyl hexanidol, but if you don't have sensitive skin, it's a nice way to expose your skin to a lot of beneficial ingredients and add some hydration in there as well. And it's got some good skin soothing ingredients as well. A lot of people that have very sensitive skin or highly reactive skin or acne prone skin, I recommend you probably pass on this and check out something with a shorter, more friendly ingredient list. But there is, on some reviews, people questioned the use of the ingredient triphenyllamine, which people say can be bad for your skin. Usually it's a pretty safe ingredient if it's used then in an amount of less than 1%. However, research also shows that as long as the percentage is under 2.5, it's pretty much safe. So, and then giving the long ingredient list, I'm assuming that percentage of that ingredient is very, very low. So I didn't see any issues with it. But a lot of people were not happy with the inclusion of that ingredient. And then again, it goes to show if you have very sensitive skin, this isn't the best product for you. But overall, this is a good one to check out. So overall, it's got a 7 out of 10, which is pretty good. There's a couple iffy things, but overall, this offers skin a lot more benefits than it does any negatives. So anyway, so I'm glad I finally got to review this. It took me quite a while to investigate and put all my findings together, but overall, this is a good one. So I'll definitely be continuing to use this, and especially in the winter. That's a nice thing because my skin gets so dry. So anything I can do to give it a little bit more hydration is always a good thing. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this yet or not, what your thoughts are, or if you've tried anything else out from the Missha brand. Definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. You can check out my newest products out there. So definitely do that. So thank you guys so much.